Once the month is gone, the mercy is gone.
It leaves us with a responsibility, innit? Like I watched an advert today, and it was two cartoon figures. One was the Muslim person, the Muslim being, and one was the month of Ramadan. And the month of Ramadan goes to the Muslim, the character of the Muslim being, and hugs. I don't know if you saw it, and hugs it. It says, "I'm leaving you now."
Allah.
And I know I don't want you to be upset, but I want you to leave. I want to leave you. Don't forget your prayers. Don't forget your zakat. Don't forget the orphans. Don't forget God. Don't forget your supplications. And to be honest with you, I used to be so excited for Eid to come. And now, it's not like I dread it, but it also upsets me because I know there's less fortunate people out there still. But then also that the month of Ramadan is leaving me. And I don't know if I'm going to be here next year to do that. Right? But it just makes you understand and believe and realize and recognize the emphasis that we should put on the last few days, because they matter a lot as well. What you do in the last few days matters so much, because yes, we say that the doors of heavens in the month of Ramadan are open. We're not going to say that they're completely closing, but you can feel, I don't know about you, Brother Neil, but me, I can feel that shift and that change.
Definitely.
in, spiritually, I feel it, right?
100%.
And what we do in these last days matter so much. You have to take care of these orphans, dear brothers and sisters. You have to think of them like your own, because they are our responsibility. £25, it is not much for, for an Eid gift to bring a smile on that child, to give them, clear their mental health, to be honest with you. Like, you'll even looking at the children behind us, Brother Neil.
I know, it's unbelievable. Smile is a form of charity.
Yeah.
Can you imagine giving a smile to these young people?
Think about it.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, just, look at them carrying the water on their head.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I don't even if you look at them, they're maybe not even grown women. They're children, 9-year-old daughters.
Yeah, they are. I was on the ground literally a few months ago and witnessing this. Young children having to go to the water wells, walking 3, 4, 5 kilometers just to go to these water wells to try and get some sort of clean water, and then having to walk it back. And there are people in this world, unfortunately, that know these young girls go and do that walk, and they wait for them. And sometimes it breaks my heart to even say it, they're kidnapped, they're taken away, because these horrible people know that what they're going to be doing on a daily basis.
They study their
wait
routine.
For them. They study their routine, and it's a sad reality of the world. But you can prevent that. You can prevent that from happening. On these last few nights, I urge you, inshallah, dig deep. Let us dig deep. Let us dig 42 meters down, as far as we can, to reach water, to build a water well in a village, such as the ones we're traveling to in the background there, where we can help these young brothers and sisters in faith and our equals in humanity. Putting a smile onto somebody's face is charity. Today, giving a water well, giving an e-package, sponsoring an orphan, giving that where most needed, building a school, put smiles on people's faces. You may never see those smiles, but believe you me, the radiantness of that smile, the light that it produces will shine upon you, inshallah. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We'll go to a quick water well video, shall we?
Inshallah.
Let's show them the power of digging deep and digging a water well and how much impact it can make. We'll be back very shortly. We'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. As you can see, we're standing in this remote village that have access to government water. The storage area where the government once a week comes and fills up has become contaminated and dirty, and the supply is not enough for the demands of this village. Students from the mosque just here, just around the corner, are providing water by carrying buckets and containers each and every day to these households, like towards this mother that is behind me. She has a newborn child and is in need of water currently. We are building a water well to replace that system. The water well will provide pipes directly to people's homes, so this process can be eliminated. Dear viewers, you can be a part of a change like this to provide clean, fresh water to this village's home right now. I urge you to donate and be a part of changing people's lives. Provide clean, sustainable water, the essence and element of life. You can do that. Dear viewers, please donate now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back. You just saw that video where literally the government were providing water to this rural village in Zanzibar. And when we went on site to go and see and, just have a look at the water that was being provided, it was in what I describe as a cesspit. It was contaminated. It was pure when it went in, but because the storage container had things floating in it, and it was all sorts.
Breeding grounds for like impurity.
Like bacteria.
Oh, terrible.
And this is the government water that they're shipping in. So with your help, dear viewers, we're able to establish some sort of support. And alhamdulillah, after we left this thing, we're there for 3 days. We dug 42 meters. That's why I know 42 meters. And alhamdulillah, just as we were leaving, water came out of the pipe. Wow. It was the most amazing point, honestly.
That must be so rewarding to be there and like actually like come here and don't like fundraise and actually go there and be on the ground and seeing the fruits of everybody's labor. It's just so fruitful, isn't it?
You know, these people, our viewers, they're amazing. You are tremendous. So I just have to tell you, you're phenomenal. You will donate that £1,500. And I'm going to say, I'm going to be a bit, I don't cheeky, right? It's easy for you to donate it. It's hard because it's money.
Yeah.
But you can get your family together. You can donate, you know, as a group.
Right.
You just got to donate the money. When you go over there, you got to dig. When I say digging 42 meters, in Zanzibar, 50-degree heat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hard work. It really is.
Yeah.
But that sweetness of when the water came out.
Yeah.
These villagers, I swear on my life, they were dancing, they were celebrating, there were kids running around in the water like, you know, it's
so
beautiful.
Amazing.
You know, the Arabic, la 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 la. They were doing all of this. It was just phenomenal.
Even saying that, it's like digging and 42 meters and 50-degree heat, like I can accept that that's like very, very difficult because obviously we don't live in those conditions, right? So we're not exposed to that as much. But think about that, like they were walking in that heat to go and get that water.
They were
traveling.
They're there.
And the worst part is, you know, your neck, honestly, you know, when I think about that, as a woman,
Have you tried to lift one of these?
Honestly, I lift weights, right? I go to the gym and I lift weights. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Show us your guns.
No.
No.
But like lifting something on your head, like a woman's, you know, anatomy is so fragile. Like we're spoken about in the Quran, right? In Surah An-Nisa, of how we should be taken care of and how we should be cherished and how we should be treated and how we should be honored. This is not how a woman should be, you know, a woman should be exposed to, right? Without sounding too sexist, to be honest with you.
Well,
but a woman's neck is very, very delicate.
Very delicate.
And I can't imagine, I remember one time my daughter was very small and then I kind of put her on top of my head and everything and my neck was being a bit strained. And like she's light as well, to be honest. So I can't imagine like the conditions that they have to carry that in that kind of heat for that kind of long, and also walking barefoot in that kind of heat. And mind you, I don't think it's straightforward, clean ground. Like
no, it's not. It's rocky. It's arid ground. It's dry. You know, you've got animals, and it's so you can see behind there, sister. That's us building a water well.
Wow.
That's what it takes. You know,
must be heavy though.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
I got sunburn on my head this moment. It was so hard. I took my hat off.
Oh wow.
Big mistake, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Got back into the compound, the air conditioner hit my head.
Oh my God.
Everything started to peel. But there we go, that's my story.
Yeah, well,
but this is what they have to go through on a daily basis.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
So this water, they have to £5 donations.
Yeah, we just received a £5 donation. So
Mashallah.
Brother Neil said that about his, you know, burning his head.
Burning my head.
You guys have kind of compromised with it.
There we go.
Let's have a last salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So I'll give you a story about this water.
Yeah.
Okay, so I during COVID, I couldn't stay here with the mask and everything. So I went to Zanzibar. Yeah. I spent 3 months and I worked in an orphanage there. I worked in a school. Yeah. And I was walking through the village one day. It was a Sunday. Yeah. And it was our day off from school. And I saw this sister. We call them Dada. In Swahili. Yeah. So I was like, Dada. She's carrying. She's got 2-3 kids running around her. She's got this big bucket of water on her head. And just something in me was like, I can't let her do this. So I ran over to her and said, Dada, let me carry it. Big mistake.
Wow.
Big mistake. I was like, I'm twice the size of her. Yeah. I tried taking it off her head and putting it onto my head. I couldn't do it. Yeah. So I held it in front of me. It was so heavy. Wow. I walked the water to her home, right? If you could call it a home. What burnt me inside is when I'm looking inside that bucket, you couldn't see the bottom.
Wow.
Because it was so dirty and so
and
contaminated.
impure.
And she got this from a water source
Oh my God.
in that village.
Wow.
That's what burnt me so much. I mean, that's how heavy it was.
It's like basic necessity. Water is one of the basic necessities, right? Having clean water. Like, I mean, you can go, how long can you go without food? And then for your body to kind
days,
of...
3-4 days without food.
You can go, but 2 days, 2 to 3 days without any liquids, and that's it, you're finished.
You're done.
Your organs start shutting down one by one. So think about it. They don't have the option to not drink this water. It's either that or face death. It's either face contamination or having bacterial infection within their body. Now we look after ourselves so much, to be honest with you. Like, we drink the best water to make sure that we take the probiotics, the antibiotics when it's needed. We take these vitamins just so that our body could run the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intended for it and the way it's created. But these people don't have that option, do they?
They don't.
And come and think about it now. They're Muslims, so they have Eid coming up. And think about it. Would you be able to put yourself, I can guarantee you that you cannot even fathom or imagine putting yourself in their footsteps.
Nah,
you
definitely
cannot imagine your ghira as a man or as your leader of the household cannot fathom the idea of the women in your household doing what they were doing.
Ya Allah.
Right? Think about that. And these people have no choice. They have, some of them, they are collateral damage of war. That's why they're orphans, and they're widows. Some of them just live in like poor conditions because, you know, they don't have enough money. They don't have enough money. So what is it that they can do?
Well, they have to make these really difficult choices. They have this little bit, which they have to go out and beg for in the first place.
Yeah.
Do I send my child to school?
Right.
Do I put shoes on their feet?
Yeah.
Do I give them food?
What do you do?
You're a mother. Imagine having to make those decisions.
Imagine having
every
to
day.
debate which one and literally like kind of put them at different levels of importance. It's not... I can't. I don't know whether I can't fathom it. I don't think I'll be able to
I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't know what I would do in that situation. Alhamdulillah.
I mean,
but we have so much.
Yeah, exactly.
We're lucky.
Alhamdulillah. Definitely.
We're very lucky.
Fortunate.
We go to our taps, we just pour water.
Yeah.
We go to our soft beds.
Yeah.
Our roofs over our head.
Yeah.
We go to our wardrobes, which are full of clothes anyway. We choose, what do I want to wear? We have to spend choice, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to decide what we're going to wear.
Yeah.
We have iftar, we have discussions about what we're going to eat because our fridges are so full.
Yeah.
Our cupboards are so full of condiments. Ya Allah, our bank accounts. We have to decide, okay, where are we going to pay our money towards? Which bills we're going to pay? We look at it, what savings account are we going to put it in? Believe you me, whatever interest you are getting in your account right now is nothing in comparison to the business partner of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the interest that they are going to get, inshallah. So please keep on giving. Every time somebody calls in tonight and donates £20, just £20, we're going to give you a gift.
Yeah.
We've got some torbas, we've got 3 left, maybe 4 left, maybe, I don't know, there's a few more. You're going to show them? Okay, so my wonderful assistant here is going to show you. These torbas are Kaki Shafa. They have come all the way from Karbala. Honestly, they've been inside the shrine of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. These tasbihah have come from inside the Zuri. So they've been inside the Zuri of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Just for £20, we're going to gift that to you, inshallah.
They have to call in.
They have to call in 0203-411-7842 and you're going to show us this cloth. Just your average kind of cloth, is it?
No.
Standard cloth?
Nope.
No? What's special about this cloth?
To be honest with you, I think this is
see your hand shaking.
Yeah, because it is so special. I mean, even I remember Sister Zamina was standing here and one thread fell and we both looked at it like we valued that one thread.
Mashallah.
And we both looked at it and we're like, no, we can't. No. Because this comes a part of it, doesn't it? And you are more deserving. If you call in and you pay for it, you are more deserving of it than anybody else. Because one, it's going to a good cause. Secondly, this cloth is not just your ordinary cloth. This cloth is come from the roof of the Darih of Imam Hussain, Abu Fadl al-Abbas ﷺ, all the way from Karbala.
Yep.
Find yourself in that moment when you are doing ziyarah and you're looking up at the top of the Darih and you are wishing for a sign that your ziyarah has been accepted or that you are heard.
And you're praying for it to drop on you.
I've been in that position where one little thing dropped and like, I think I fell to the ground because it's like, if somebody gave me a warm hug on a terrible day.
Wow.
Right? And this is
that's what that is, a warm hug on a terrible day.
You're blessing your home with it, isn't it? Yeah.
So for a £50 donation tonight, if you call in, we will gift you.
We have many.
We have many. We have different colours as well. So maybe you can request white, green, black.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're actually telling them you can have different colours.
Look
Can you
at the
imagine?
options.
Because that's what we need to do in the West. We need to show them variety.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice
And so
of
they
life.
should. They deserve it. If they make a donation for the
it's
goods.
True. It's for a good cause, definitely. We've got these incredible flags. Shall I hold one end? Are you all right?
I'm okay.
You're good.
I mean, I'm short, so.
Excellent. There we go. Look at that. Where we go. Look at this. Subhanallah. Ya
Abbas.
Abbas. Ya Abu Fadl Abbas.
Want to tell them more about this?
What does Abu Fadl Abbas mean to you, sister?
Abu Fadl al-Abbas means sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Subhanallah.
I think he's the one that I can rely on in my darkest times, because he's the one that gave up everything for the lineage of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. And he gave up himself. Now there's a story of al-Banin alayhi salatu wasalam. His mother, when she was pregnant with Abu Fadl al-Abbas, she was about 8 months pregnant. I think 4 months pregnant, because the pregnancy doesn't last long.
Yeah.
And every single time Imam Hussein and Imam al-Hassan al-Hussein used to walk, she used to get a really big nudge in her stomach, and it would make her stand up. And every single time they would tell her, no, why are you standing up, right? And then she would tell them, I can't, because Al-Abbas makes me stand up when you come and when you leave.
MashaAllah.
Think about
MashaAllah.
it. His entire life
Was it servitude?
And dedication and devotion. He sacrificed his palms. He sacrificed everything, and he never had the opportunity. He had the opportunity to drink water, by the way, right? But he didn't drink water. He said, how can I drink my water and quench my thirst when my master is thirsty and his family is thirsty? So this is the truest form of honor and bravery and sanctuary for me in my life. I think it's like, you know, when they say when you go in your grave, there will be a light, a shining light for you, and that's your iman. I think for me, that's what I believe he is, the shining light for us all.
Subhanallah.
Yeah.
So can you imagine having this beautiful flag in your home? Muharram is not too far away. Subhanallah,
What a
hanging this
blessing.
up.
What a blessing.
A
We've
blessing.
also got
It's
another
done
one.
ziyarah as well.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've taken this to all of the shrines in Iraq.
Wow.
Both of these flags, I think we've got two left. One
Yeah,
is
we've got
Ya
another one.
Abbas, one is Ya Hussein. I'm
Ya
gonna
Hussein,
kick
we've
this
got a
back.
red one, that's Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein, alhamdulillah. So what do you do to get this? For one £500 donation tonight, dear viewers, just £500. You call in 020341178842. That £500 donation, we will gift this towards you.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful gift, by the way, but the gift from Allah Azza wa Jal.
Yeah.
That gift alone, subhanAllah, we can't match it.
Absolutely.
This is just something to say thank you, okay?
I mean, think about it. It's like when you're giving your sadaqah to these people, and when you're giving away to these people, it's like almost as if you're filling up your piggy bank of hasanat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like a mission,
MashaAllah.
right? Even when you guys, I know everybody goes and sits there and plays on their PS5 and their game. You have to like collect so many things.
Is it PS5 now?
Yes, PS5 now. Yeah.
PS5, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so can you imagine, like now you're getting a degree with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're only leveling up. The more you do, the more you level up. Can you
Ya
imagine
Allah. You want to level up? Do something today to make a difference towards these orphans. The orphans that are out there, they're in need. Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says beautifully that the one that attains closeness to me in Jannah, he puts his two fingers up, he says, is the one that becomes a custodian of an orphan. We're going to go to a short video. I think we need to see a video about our
Definitely,
orphans.
yeah.
This is the orphan work that we're doing with Al-Kisar and Hope Appeal out there on the ground. Sit back and watch this. Allow this clip to soften your hearts, dear viewers. You are the Shia of Ali, you're the lovers of Hussein. I want you to come back and I want you to call in. I want to hear your voice tonight. Raise your voice in the name of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, in the name of Abu Abdullah. We'll be back very shortly. Salamu alaikum.
Tyranny, pain, suffering, oppression and injustice everywhere we look around the world. Every corner that we turn in these holy lands, we see pain and suffering. We see tears, widows and orphans literally struggling to make ends meet. No running water, no sanitation, no electricity. Please, dear viewers, from the bottom of your heart, make a change and make a difference to these people's lives. You have the power within yourself to change the lives of these people. We just came from a house of a widow with 5 orphan children. Her husband lost his life protecting us from the holy shrines, giving his life, giving his all so we can go on our ziyarah, literally walk on the streets freely. This is less than 2 kilometers away from the hotels, the luxuries that you have when you come on your ziyarah. These widows are crying and suffering every single day, making the most difficult choices, whether they feed their children, whether they send them to school, whether they put shoes on their feet. The luxuries that you have, dear viewers, in abundance. When you go to your wardrobes, when you go to your kitchens, when you go to your refrigerations, they're full of things that we don't even use, things that will go past their expiry dates, the amount of asraf, the amount of waste that we have. But yet, when you come to these lands, they have absolutely nothing. I'm telling you their story because their story is paining my heart right now. They're the ones that are crying, raising their hands, asking for help and support, saying, Ya Allah, Ya Aba Abdullah, please bring us something, please bring us some sustenance. Dear viewers, you have the ability to make a change. You have the ability to answer the call of these widows and these orphans. Dig deep into your pocket, go to the Hope Appeal website, thehopeappeal.com. Sponsor an orphan directly, £40 a month. Life-changing for the people around them and the life-changing for yourself, inshallah. Dig deep, inshallah, today. Let's make a change. Let's make a difference to society. Thank you so, so much.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, dear viewers. I've walked into yet another orphan and widow's house, and to be honest, there are so many orphans living in this house that I can't even count them. The smell is horrendous. Honestly, as we were driving here, we had to be careful. We were swerving, mounds of pollution, mounds of plastic. When I look around, I'm seeing children that are scared. I'm seeing fear in the eyes of 3, 4, 5-year-old children who are scared of even just that human interaction. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, I know that we can do better. This widow just said that she is praying for those that do the azar, the grief of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And just as she is praying for you, you need to help and you need to change her life, and you can do that with the Hope Appeal. Help us now and change a life.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, dear brothers and sisters, to the Hope Appeal channel, where we are funding and raising funds for the less fortunate, aren't we? Now, you just watched a video of these beautiful, beautiful children living in poor conditions, like, and they've been made orphans, right, because they're of collateral damage. Now, Sister Zamina, when you saw that video, to your core, how did that make you feel? Because you were there, weren't you, on the ground?
Yeah. First of all, assalamu alaikum. Dear brothers and sisters, Hope Appeal family, it's an honor to be back with you, and of course with Sister Tucker. I'm left speechless. Honestly, dear brothers and sisters, when I watch that video, when I reminisce over the memories and the stories that I've been told and I've seen, it's a difficulty for me to even articulate some of the stories to you. I'll tell you one story really shook me to my core. Really shook me to my core, Sister Tucker. We were talking to a family, and there are a few families living in this flat, and loads of orphans. Like, just when I thought I'd counted the number of orphans, some more cute little kids would come walking into the room. And so this mother is explaining to us that she herself was there, and she had a daughter, and the daughter had lots of Put yourself in a position where you're a 17-year-old young man. Absolutely. And your father goes year-old young man.
Most needed. Yeah, I know you were talking before and you were saying that it caters to what they need and what they use. For example, like Sister Zamina was saying on the show the other day, is that, you know, the women in Iraq, they wear abaya, you know, the one that goes over your head most of the time, and they know, subhanAllah, they know how to wrap it so well that it like covers. And sometimes I look at them and I'm like, how? My mom does as well. How do you do that? SubhanAllah. So that's what they wear most of the time, but you have to understand that they live like almost where there's like lots of, you know, desert. And just as we say that, what did we have, Sister
We
Zalma?
have had a £10 donation. Let's have a loud salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad
wa ali Muhammad.
Yeah.
Dear viewers, keep those donations coming. Call us. We want to hear your voice. We've not had a call.
Yeah.
This show 0203 411 7842. Or, of course, you can call the call handler number 0208 05000 14 or the famous QR code just above me here. Bring your phone. Take the camera app out. Bring it to the screen and scan it.
1, 2, 3 step.
Click on that link and it will take you straight to the Hope of Peel website.
Yeah, it's very,
inshallah.
very simple. You know, it's like so easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You were saying, sister, about the Where Most Needed package.
So the Where Most Needed is like kind of like catered to or around what the usage of the family, and we were saying that these women mostly wear abayas and stuff like that, and as you know, if your abaya's got a little bit of dust on it or whatever, you're going to want to wash it, right? But there's a special soap. It's an abaya soap, isn't it?
Abaya soap.
And it keeps your abaya so fresh and also caters to the material.
Yes.
So because you can imagine that these ladies can't just go and buy a cloth and make the abaya and all of that every single day because they don't have the funds to do that. You may be able to, but they don't, right?
And it's the thing, we don't, like, they don't get the option of walking into a supermarket and be like, shall I go for fairy or aerial or...
No.
All these things like multi-action.
They don't.
You know, washing liquid. They don't have that
option.
You
know, even when you go to Asda now, they have the basics range, which is like the yellow label.
Yeah.
The yellow and white label.
Yeah.
But dear brothers and sisters, can you believe that even that is too expensive for them? Even that is too much. When we think that a can of beans is now 15p, 15p is too much for them because they live in such difficulties and such terrible times that they can't afford that. Remember, these women and these children, they're orphans, and these women are widowed. They don't have a head of the house that they can lean onto and rely onto. They don't have family members that they can knock the door and say, help me, I can't make my rent this much. And I'm pretty sure that we've all been in a position where we've needed to lean on a family member. They don't have that option. Now, dear brothers and sisters, if you want to make a change, please donate to our Where Most Needed package, which is how much?
Which is £110, dear brothers and sisters. You can find it on the website. And of course, please do remember all of the packages that you see on your screen, they are guide prices. We are very, very open to donating more than those guide prices or less than those guide prices. It is purely just a guide. Remember that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ tells us, reminds us to give, even if it is but the seed of a date.
Exactly.
And I mention this hadith so much because it blows my mind. Yani, who would want the seed of a date?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't even take half of a date, let alone the seed of a date. And the Prophet is saying give. And what does that mean, Sister Toka? It means whatever you have, from whatever you have, just give it in the name of Allah.
They say it's not the shame in giving little, it's the shame of not giving at all is far greater than giving something little. Now, if you're sitting there on the edge of your seat and you're one click away thinking, should I or should I not? Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you every single step of the way, and He is there with you. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you all the blessings that you need, right? Make a difference in somebody else's life. We're waiting for the Imam Mahdi Ajjallah Farajah, right or not? Let's help him. We always say that we want to be one of his warriors. We always say that we want to be one of the people that makes dua and makes a difference and hastens his reappearance. You don't know. Maybe you are one hasana away from making that possible. Maybe you are one orphans quenching their thirst and satiating their hunger away from his arrival and his reappearance. So dear brothers and sisters, look, the QR code's above Sister Zalmana's head. If she points at it right there,
you go.
Take your phones right straight to the screen. It will take you to thehopeappeal.com where you can donate your money straight away, or also call on to the studio and then we can have a chat, inshallah, and you'll be able to get these gifts, wouldn't you, by calling in?
Absolutely.
Definitely. The numbers are?
The numbers are 0203 411 7842 is the studio number. And please, look, Brother Neil's gone now, so you don't have to talk to him. You can
just
talk to me and Sister Toka. I know that you want to talk to Sister Toka because she has done an absolutely stellar job this year of supporting those most in need. And you know why she does that?
Likewise.
I ask her very often. And this woman, lovely, lovely lady to my left, she tells me that Zamina is about khidmah. Now I'm asking you, brothers and sisters, although you might not be sitting here in a studio, you might not be on the ground like Brother Neil. You might not be in the back office doing the admin work, but you know what you are doing. You're sitting here and you're listening. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting you into his rahmah. As the doors of mercy close, he's inviting you to stay a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
He's inviting you to feed from that sufra a little bit more. Our Parisian representative, Sister Wafa, thank you so much for calling in, sis.
Absolutely no problem. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue à la Reborn.
Salam alaikum.
Please donate. Every little penny counts, no matter how much you have. I know, look, we keep talking about spare change. We know you don't have spare change. We know it's all electronic in your PayPal, in your electronic system. So that's why the HSBA made it so simple and easy. Just go and click on the QR code above Sister Zamna's head.
There you go.
And it will lead you straight. 3 steps, put in your name, put in your details, and then all you have to do is...
Easy as that. Easy as that.
So simple.
Easy as that.
Easy, lemon squeezy. Come on, you can do it, guys.
Yeah, Sister Wafa, we know that you work closely with us as well, and you put in fair share of work, whether you are in Paris or whether you are in the studio. We know that you fundraise for the Hope Appeal and you work hard, and as we've seen as well, we've witnessed. Do you want to tell the audience and the people that are listening what pushes you to do so?
Wow, fantastic question. The only thing that is really pushing me is, no, answer your prayers. Just do this. Just pick up the phone. Just tell somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how Allah works through us, and that's how our dua is answered, honestly,
Excellent.
truly, because I have been on many different sides, and I have had the ups and downs of life. So I do know that easily any of us can be in that situation. It's only by the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He, for now, put us in a very blessed position. And that's why it's a continuous reminder for me. Every time I broke my fast today, and I was so happy that I had a meal, knowing that somebody didn't have a meal today.
Definitely. Thank you so much for
that
calling
really
in,
drives
Sister Wafa.
me to donate, call in, remind
Definitely.
people that these are the last nights. These are so precious.
Absolutely.
Honestly, do not, I'm going to start tearing up, because please do not take these last moments
Absolutely.
just for, throwing them in by watching a bit of Netflix, looking forward for your Eid planning, doing your Eid shopping. There are people there who do not have a single meal for a few days. They don't even think about what their Eid plan is, because they don't even know if they're going to see Eid.
Definitely.
So why not extend that generosity that Allah has placed in our hearts, that smile that we give to other people. These are the last nights. These are the nights of barakah. These are the nights where our deen was completed. And what a blessing it is that we can celebrate as an ummah, as a worldwide, message that the Quran has been revealed to us. These are the nights where there's a traffic jam of angels up and down.
Feels compassionately and emphasizes
This beautiful flag that our
Yes,
dear brother
Sister Zaman
Abbas
is going
is
to show
talking
you.
about.
My father passed away. If you can recite Fatiha for my father,
Inshallah.
Mustafa. Thank you.
Inshallah. You're
Inshallah.
welcome.
Let's recite that Surah
Yes, sir.
Al-Fatiha. Dear brothers and sisters, raise your hands. Let's recite Surah Al-Fatiha for our dear brother Abbas's marhum father Mustafa and for all marhumin, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Dear brother Abbas, dear sister Wafa, thank you so much for taking the time to call in. You know, it really is the reason, you give us so much energy when you call in.
It's like
and you
we're being
remind us.
heard, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you remind us of the power that it is to be a human being, to be a lover of the Ahlulbayt. We hear Sister Wafa brought to tears, thinking and witnessing the scenes of poverty in the world today.
Absolutely.
We speak to Brother Abbas and he's reminded of Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salam, one of our greatest role models, and he was thirsty today. The man was thirsty today, subhanallah, and he was reminded of the patience and the forbearance and the love for the Ahlul Bayt that Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam had. And what did he do with that money? Even though he said he didn't have that much money left in his bank account, he chose today, one of the closing nights of Ramadan, to make that donation. He's making a change to the people all around the world, and he's making a change to himself, inspired by the man himself, Hazrat Abbas
And there's
alayhi salam.
nobody better to be inspired by. Inshallah, now we're just going to go to a video quickly where you can see more of the work that our fellow colleagues that do on the ground, inshallah, and we will be back. Assalamu alaikum.
I'm here with this young girl. She's 5 years old. She has a severe eye infection, which is extremely common in this region. Now, because she is at this school and this foundation of Al-Qisar, Wipas and the Hope Appeal, she's receiving healthcare treatment, which could potentially cure this problem with her eye. If this goes untreated, this could lead to blindness, this could lead to paralyzation and disability, which will infringe her life. This is the most powerful thing that you can give to somebody, is their sight. So please find it in your hearts to save somebody's life, save somebody's sight, and donate to this young girl right now and many young people around this region just like this. Please visit the website and donate very generously. Jazakallah khair. Alhamdulillah, by the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt, this mosque behind me has been built and contributed by an incredible donor. But dear viewers, it's not enough. What we need to be doing is building an apartment for the Sheikh. We need to be building a water well here so the mosque can be used. We need to be building a madrasa and a nursery. The ethos is to build a community. We start by building the mosque, and then we build the apartments around it. Then we build the shops and the water well, and we create an infrastructure. That infrastructure then builds a community, and that community can then flourish around the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Continue this mission of continuing to spread the message of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam through this tabligh work. Tyranny, pain, suffering, oppression and injustice everywhere we look around the world. Every corner that we turn in these holy lands, we see pain and suffering. We see tears, widows and orphans literally struggling to make ends meet. No running water, no sanitation, no electricity. Please, dear viewers, from the bottom of your heart, make a change and make a difference to these people's lives. You have the power within yourself to change the lives of these people. We just came from a house of a widow with 5 orphan children. Her husband lost his life protecting us from the holy shrines, giving his life, giving his all so we can go on our ziyarah, literally walk on the streets freely. This is less than 2 kilometers away from the hotels, the luxuries that you have when you come on your ziyarah. These widows are crying and suffering every single day, making the most difficult choices, whether they feed their children, whether they send them to school, whether they put shoes on their feet. The luxuries that you have, dear viewers, in abundance. When you go to your wardrobes, when you go to your kitchens, when you go to your refrigerators, they're full of things that we don't even use, things that will go past their expiry dates, the amount of asraf, the amount of waste that we have. But yet, when you come to these lands, they have absolutely nothing. I'm telling you their story because their story is pain in my heart right now. They're the ones that are crying, raising their hands, asking for help and support, saying, Ya Allah, Ya Abu Abdullah, please bring us something, please bring us some sustenance. Dear viewers, you have the ability to make a change. You have the ability to answer the call of these widows and these orphans. Dig deep into your pocket. Go to the Hope Appeal website, thehopeappeal.com. Sponsor an orphan directly, £40 a month. Life-changing for the people around them and the life-changing for yourself, inshallah. Dig deep, inshallah, today. Let's make a change. Let's make a difference to society. Thank you so much.